You get the cool experience of watching students through their 4 years of, essentially training for this job as a teacher. What do you, what advice do you have, or what do you see, or insights do you have about young college students that are geared towards education?
Sure. So, and this is what I talk a lot about in the book, but I wrote a book saying, if I could go back in time and tell 20-year-old Sammy to do these things, I would do these things. But so, like, one of the things is in your general life classes, don't go with the mindset of, I'm never going to use this. This is all busy work. You have to have the mindset of, well, okay, so if I'm not going to be teaching this content to my students, maybe it's the Civil War, I'm not teaching the Civil War, that's okay. But you can look for other things in the classroom that the professor is doing, like pedagogy or group projects or looking at a rubric. Or if you are teaching, for example, the Civil War to your students, how would you teach it? How would you do it differently? How could you integrate technology to make that a little bit more engaging for our students if the professor is using some other sort of method? What would you do differently? So looking for the meaning in how people are teaching, I think, is really important. And then, like, for assignments, I know maybe you probably had assignments in college where the professor's like, oh, write a lesson plan about XYZ topic and hand it in to me, and then I'll grade it and hand it back to you. And I remember doing those in college thinking, oh, I'm never going to need this lesson plan. I'm never going to need this unit plan. Instead of having that mindset, today we have a PLN, we have Twitter, we have Instagram with teachers that just want to help us, and they're practicing educators. So I encourage students to go out, find a practicing teacher, current educator in your field, in your subject area, in the state that you want to teach, in the grade band that you want to explore, and say, hey, you know what? I'm a pre-service teacher, and I have to write a lesson plan about third grade math, and I see you're a third grade math teacher. Is there any way I can, like, Skype in or Google Hangout, or maybe you can give me, like, a topic that you're working on next week, and I want to try writing a lesson plan for you, and maybe I can guess. I don't know. Go out there. Why not?
Yeah.
People want to help. Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
And
Yeah. Just, try things. Don't be afraid to be told no. Like, one of the best pieces of advice.
That's the worst that could happen. They could say, no, leave me alone, and
Yeah.
like, you.
Or ignore. Yeah, that's it. And that's what I remember. One of the best pieces of advice I got. This guy told me, I was talking about, I want to do this, but I don't think he'll say yes. He goes, don't say no for him. Let them tell you no. And I love that mentality. And I think so many educators, they see, because we're so trained as people that are, good at school, is you pass or you fail. A no is a fail. And so it's like, we're so afraid to hear that no. And so I love it. I hosted a conference a couple summers ago, and, I'm, asking for, hey, anybody want to teach any, breakouts or anything like that? And this one young lady came in, and she was like, yeah, I would love to teach. And I got, like, when I was talking to her, I was like, so where do you teach? She says, well, I don't teach. I'm actually a junior in college. And she went up there, stood up, and taught these, like, experienced educators. Like, it's terrifying. I would have been I say that I might have been too dumb to know to be terrified, but, like, because teachers, we're judgmental creatures. And especially when you're doing the job we think we can do better, like, it's scary, but she killed it. And and I told him, I actually announced it from, like, at the opener, I was telling them about, here are a couple sessions, and I go, and here's this session, and she is currently still in school, so if you guys need a teacher in a year or two, she's going to be an English teacher, and you should check her out. Like, I was like, seriously, that's like pretty much her interviewing for a job if they walked in there. So that was really cool. Yeah, and that's what you're talking about. Take chances, and I think that's cool. Get experience where you can. That's so cool.
Don't just, like, go in the mindset of a class like, I need to get the A. How do I get the A? Show me how to get the A.
Yes.
Like, go beyond that and really think through, what am I learning here? How is it going to impact me as a teacher? How is it going to impact my students?
Yep.
But yeah, don't just go in for the A. Go for the learning.
I love it. Okay.